What's going on? Thank y'all for tuning in. This video is going to be short. I'm simply doing the live because I want to be able to create the clips using Opus Clips. Opus Clips is when you take the YouTube videos in certain formats and it sends it over there, and it's automatically does your AI and your captions and everything that you need. So without further ado, I want to do this video. It's very, very, very important. Bring awareness to what's going on in society as far as toxicity, bullying, cyberbullying, and unaliving.
A man has taken his own life on TikTok Live after a bunch of creators took it upon themselves to make false allegations against him about children.
This video is about a guy named Inquisitor. This is an older video. A few months ago, quite a few months ago, the young man who took TikTok, according to everyone who spoke highly of him from the videos I've seen, he took TikTok by storm. Excuse me. Consistently uploading videos every morning, and throughout the day, positivity. Hey, have a great day. You're great. Don't let anyone stop you. Nothing but words of encouragement on a daily basis, and that's very important when going into the rest of the story.
I don't really have the words for this story, so I'm gonna let my fellow Powerpuff Girl take it away. But we need to spread this everywhere.
This popular cosplayer who went by the name of Inquisitor 3 tragically took his own life recently on TikTok Live following a slew of false accusations against him. His home was successfully entered and CPR was performed, but tragically his father has confirmed his passing. He was only 23 years old.
At 23 years old, he went through so much. He's seen so much hatred and vitriol spewed towards him to where he didn't want to be here anymore.
Accusers are a 20-year-old man who we only know as Tito, this adult woman who we only know as Keegan's Mask, and Tito's 17-year-old minor girlfriend who we only know as AJ. The plot to forge false allegations against Inquisitor 3 began in mid to late September when Tito...
Okay, so let's read. So far we have the text message says, well, what the fuck are we going to do? And I guess this is him responding back saying, it's not a life or death crisis. And here's what I want you to do. I want you to keep flirting. This is the boyfriend and the chick that they were just talking about, the 20-year-old and the chick. Keep flirting with him and see where it goes. If he starts to get sexual, then I will expose him. We just need better and more proof. Apparently, I guess it says more proof. Isn't that a lot of proof? Maybe we need to, hold on.
Tito and his minor girlfriend AJ began exchanging texts like these. AJ asks, what the f are we gonna do? Tito responds, it's not a life or death crisis, and here's what I want you to do. I want you to keep flirting with him and see where it goes. If he starts to get, then I will expose him. We just need better and more proof. However, their attempts didn't work, and as you can see here, when AJ attempts to say things like, I love you, date me, Inquisitor 3 plainly rejects her, saying, you should ask in general if you can DM me. She says, oh, sorry, can we get to know each other? Nope. Why?
And this is very key because the whole point was everyone who I've seen speak about Inquisitor, everyone said the same thing, that his profile, his bio said under 18 not allowed, or something along the lines of that. He was firm about his stance on not dealing with, interacting, or socializing with people under the age of 18.
She says, I'm not a minor, a lie, but he says, I'm not interested, I'm sorry. AJ even acknowledges that Inquisitor had minor DNI, which means do not inbox, in his bio, and she chose to still lie.
See,
this is her.
My boyfriend said I should get more evidence since the one I have right now isn't enough.
her messaging Keegan, talking about how they need to get more evidence. So at the behest of these two adults, Tito and Keegan's mask, AJ then offers to start doing some editing work for Inquisitor 3, which he accepts, believing she is an adult. Once AJ started doing edits for Inquisitor 3, she, Tito, and Keegan's mask began saving any and every message that read as even remotely flirty between the two of them in their campaign against him. But Inquisitor caught on to this and even started to call her out. He said, "I'm not a fan of the way you acted." Huh? If you can please stop texting me, you'd be very kind. Damn, what did I do? I just want you to see this. You know me, you know who I am. I never exposed you. I just want to talk with you again. As he becomes more and more wise to the accusations they're starting to make about him, she starts to act even more stupid. He provides screenshots, however, of her saying, "You do know he's a, right? I got a lot of proof." He said,
and this is wild, because he's received the screenshots of her talking to other people, accusing him of being a pedophile, accusing him of being a chomo. Now, again, what we already know so far is that he don't not want interactions. He did not want interactions with minors. If you're under 18, do not inbox him. There's no conversation that you should be having. He's already set the boundaries. And for everyone, and for these individuals to literally go above and beyond, that's sickening, man.
"So who's this?" That's when she starts to say, "I didn't do that. Oh, no way. My friend Diana's on my account." He says, "Bro, get a life." And in early October, after Inquisitor 3 decided to finally stop talking to AJ for good after hearing she was trouble, Keegan's mask led the charge and they launched their attack against him. It wasn't much, but Keegan's mask began sharing these messages out of context in a desperate attempt to paint Inquisitor as a predator. The thing she left out, however, is that these were just enthusiastic responses to him finding that she had created so many edits for him in such a brief amount of time. And also fully believing she's an adult. But because she's a pretty popular girl, Keegan's mask's accusations spread like wildfire. And
because it does not take much. If a woman says a man did anything wrong, he's done. It don't matter. He's done.
After multiple days of online and offline attacks, having the worst and heftiest accusations lodged against him, and believing that his life was over, Inquisitor 3 left us. Keegan and Tito have both issued statements, not apologies or condolences, mind you, but excuses that all they did was share their concerns. But as the rest of us remain devastated and broken in the wake of these unnecessary lies, we do have a lot of questions to ask. Should minors face repercussions for lying about their age online, especially if it results in so much damage?
Yes.
Is there any justice these false accusers will face, or will they just remain anonymous trolls online forever? If you are a man feeling depressed, anxious, or struggling at all, please remember that there is a crisis hotline at 988 in the States, or just reach out to literally anyone.
And another thing, not being funny, I'm not joking. Depression can be solved by titties.
I can promise you that your brothers would always rather you cry on their shoulder
scientifically
than them
proven
at your funeral. Rest in peace, Vincent. You didn't deserve this, man.
Scientifically proven. Her titties will always solve a man's depression. So let's find out. So now we're going to go more into this.
This attack.
October 9th, 2023.
All right, here we go. This seems like this is going to be a better version. So we're going to mute that so we have no issues with that.
2023 marked a grim chapter in TikTok history
A
disturbing live stream left viewers shocked.
If any of you watched the live, I'm really sorry. That shouldn't have happened. You shouldn't have had to see that.
In an era where exposing and cancellations are at its prime, is it possible some allegations are made with the wrong intentions? That's allegedly what happened to TikToker Inquisitor 3, and the public is outraged.
As they should be.
Until two people who made him do that, you two are disgusting.
Let's unravel the truth.
And before we get into this video, make sure that you have a full understanding that there are individuals in the world who take great pride in the demise of others. There are people in the world who feel that they aren't happy unless someone else is miserable.
His name was Vincent, a 23-year-old famed Italian cosplayer who was known by his over 100,000 fans on TikTok as Inquisitor Ghost or Inquisitor 3 for his striking portrayal of Call of Duty's Simon Ghost Riley and the Inquisitor from Star Wars. Little did he know, his last post would be in late September, in full cosplay wielding a red lightsaber. Inquisitor wouldn't make it past October 9th.
That shit's fucking crazy, man. And, you know, again, I want you guys to understand, like, I have this channel is about to get an uplift. So it's not going to be Kane CEO. We're actually going back to my company's name, Stone Diamond Media Group, as we're partnering with Stop Soldier Suicides. And one of my projects is Warriors Echoes, where we're trying to work with veterans to keep bringing awareness of, you know, depression, anxiety, and things that make people unalive themselves. But this is a big deal. It's a serious issue. And so, you will see a lot of the, not in this one, I will go and update it, but you will see a lot more of the numbers to reach out if you need assistance for counseling or anybody to talk to.
And he made sure the world was watching his last moments.
Guys, I don't know if you know about something that is happening right now about Inquisitor 3, which was Inquisitor Ghost. He is currently dying right now, live on TikTok.
The video was difficult to decipher at first. A dark room and a reflection on the glass in the background. That's until someone began breaking the glass. Inquisitor couldn't be seen in the video and the comments were turned off of the original live stream. So fans watched on, unaware and unable to speculate with one another. That being said, some took to their own pages to describe what appeared to be happening.
You can see some people trying to bring him back. He's on the floor right now. He's done.
After the ordeal, reports of the livestream were circulating with many trying to piece together the shocking situation. "Where's Inquisitor in his live?" one commenter asked. The door was locked and Inquisitor took his life, and then someone came and broke the window to get in and did CPR. But sadly, he was deceased and it was too late, another commented, filling in some blanks. As for who that someone was, viewers theorized it was either a neighbor, a paramedic, or a friend who ran over after seeing his live stream. But,
you know, that's sad because when a person is growing their channels and they're doing these, trying to be a content creator, they're not doing it because they want the onslaught of ignorance and hatred. They do it because they want to genuinely build something. They want to genuinely create a community of people who actually care about them and they care about genuine. Give me 1 second.
But it was too late. Fans were devastated to learn that Inquisitor had, in fact, ended his life during his livestream that day.
He has been pronounced dead.
Fans offered their condolences through moments of silence, a soldier's salute, cracking a glow stick, lighting a candlestick, and sharing art in memory of Inquisitor. Days later, fans noticed Inquisitor's content was scrubbed, and later his account was removed altogether, likely due to the chilling nature of his livestream days prior. Inquisitor's fans were devastated, and those who knew the truth were disgusted and angered.
And I wish the absolute worst on them for weaponizing their platform. He did not deserve this.
I'm obsessed. Imagine.
And I'm 100%. I'm in 100% in agreement with that. I don't understand how these individuals can have a platform.
Sending one person down.
I don't understand how people like that can have a platform.
And I wish the absolute worst on them for weaponizing their platform. He did not deserve this.
Sending one person down a dark path with a post captioned, "Revenge or Revenge." The last photo slide docks Tito, a TikTok Call of Duty cosplayer who had a large impact in escalating the situation, revealing personal information about his whereabouts, workplace, family, relatives, and more. The post was liked nearly 300,000 times before it was removed from the platform. As for who Tito is and what his role was, well, For that, we need to rewind and introduce Tito's girlfriend, AJ. It all started when Inquisitor was accused of predatory behavior with 17-year-old AJ. Her connection to Inquisitor? She was an editor who had worked on some of his videos.
And that's what we were just talking about in the last video that we watched. That's what they were discussing, AJ.
As for the details of the accusations, screenshots from March 26 were circulating showing Inquisitor using endearing terms towards AJ, such as, "I love you so much," "honey," "I'ma marry you," and even on a more personal note, telling her his real name, Vincent. In another conversation with Diana, someone who knows AJ, she asked Inquisitor about his proposal to AJ. He allegedly responded, like, "She's far away and too young. I like her, like she's my type, literally, but meh." Then Diana questioned if Inquisitor knew AJ's age, to which he allegedly responded, 17, 18, I don't really want to get in trouble. Pedophile ass, Diana boldly asserted. From the messages, it's unclear if Inquisitor knew AJ's real age and where he got the numbers from. It's also worth noting that in Italy, where Inquisitor resides, AOC is 14, but generally many still view this as too young. As for AJ, her whereabouts are unknown, so we don't know her AOC laws. But did Inquisitor
And if you don't know what AOC means, that means the age of consent.
mean the messages in the way they were being interpreted? And if he was misinformed of AJ's age and thought she was 18, there would still be a 5-year age gap, aligning with his alleged statement calling her too young. And how did this all come to light anyway? Well, the old messages were brought back to light in mid-September when screenshots of conversations were sent to a Call of Duty cosplayer community Discord's moderator. One of the mods, Jay, informed Inquisitor that these supposed messages were showing Inquisitor in a questionable light. Jay was gentle with the conversation, introducing the topic as problematic things brought to his team's attention. Bringing up the screenshots that were shared to the community, Jay added that the conversation in question seemed really off, and they didn't believe they were getting the full story. So Jay reached out for more context. Before ending the message, Jay told Inquisitor the Discord moderators didn't plan on taking any action just yet, not before getting his side of the story first. Confused, Inquisitor asked what the problematic conversations were about, and that's when Jay first shared the news with him. They are accusing you of pedophilia. Inquisitor vehemently denied the allegations, even pointing out that he has younger siblings. "I'm certainly not a pedo." Jay highlighted the conversation had been with the 16, 17-year-old, but added, "Now me and the whole mod team don't feel like these are accurate or proclaim the whole story, which is why we reached out." This made Inquisitor skeptical. Had Jay actually seen evidence, or were these allegations the spiteful creations of someone opposed to him? Jay noted that DM evidence was shown, but he felt the conversation was missing context.
And that goes to a lot of situations, man. Whenever you're looking at anything that people say online or anything that you hear about someone, about anyone, if you don't hear it directly, you need to listen to everything that was said, because I guarantee you there's so much context missing. It's an old saying that we have, and I just say it older than you said we in the same sentence, but it's an old saying that we have. It's just oh my God. It's always going to be one side, the other side, and the truth. So just because one person tell you something and another person tell you something, that don't mean either one of them told you the exact truth. Everybody's going to tell you something that's going to lean more towards them because they don't want to look like a dickhead. Majority of people won't. There's a big percentage of people who just rather be honest with you and let you know who they are, so you get a better understanding.
He also reminded Inquisitor the screenshots were from March. Confused, Inquisitor asked, "Can I see them?" Inquisitor was baffled, trying to explain himself. "Bruh, AJ was my editor, and I treated her like that because she used to make a lot of vids for me. It wasn't like that." When Jay asked whether he knew she was under 18, Inquisitor didn't seem to know, responding, "She is? I don't know." He insisted his messages were misconstrued kindness, and AJ never expressed discomfort with his comments. As for the reason AJ would suddenly turn on Inquisitor, he theorized it may have to do with their sudden falling out. And I think that AJ got mad because I stopped talking to her since some people told me that she wasn't a very good person.
And that that goes back to the beginning, bro. In the very beginning of this video, I showed you another video another video where they were explaining this, how there was a 20-year-old man and a female who he's trying to convince, which is AJ, convince her to try to coax him into saying some things that could be confused or be taken as sexual, so she can call him a chomo, and then they can make him suffer by making his account go away, and he have no more way to fund anything he's doing or any. It's just weird that all this stems from two people being envious of somebody who is doing something positive and productive. Like, all the energy they put into being negative and to trying to ruin this young man, they could have put that into doing whatever they wanted to do positively and created whatever they wanted, and it wouldn't have to be competition. It could have just been, I don't know, man. I'm just confused.
Then the conversation took a dramatic turn.
What if I told
You know, like I really am confused.
The short explanation was, you got quoted, and someone replied with, "You know he's a pedo, right?" Inquisitor responded, "OMG, I feel so f***ing bad right now." The plot thickened when Inquisitor shared his own evidence, a message from mid-September from a user named Tequila, who later admitted was AJ with a different display name. "Just take a look at what AJ just sent me. First she faked to be some type of fan, and now she claims she didn't do shit." The messages from Tequila read, "OMG, hi, I love you, date me, joke. I'm not a minor." To which Inquisitor shut down immediately with, "I'm not interested, I'm sorry."
And this is key, because the whole point was they were trying to say that he liked little girls, like he was Drake or something. You know what I mean? Like,
Tequila instead insisted they be friends, but Inquisitor stood firm. "Not a fan on the way you acted, TBH. If you can please stop texting me, you'd be very kind." After nearly 9 hours of silence, Tequila messaged Inquisitor again, revealing she is AJ. "I never exposed you, I just want to talk with you again." Inquisitor had enough and confronted AJ about spreading false rumors about him. AJ denied it, but Inquisitor said, "So who's this?" paired with a screenshot of AJ saying, "You do know that he is a pedophile, right? I got a lot of proof." "She was caught red-handed, right?" "Well, not without a fight." "I never said that." "Diana is on my account. I forgot to change my password," AJ argued. Unconvinced, Inquisitor responded, "Bro, get a life." AJ continued to defend herself, but Inquisitor demanded AJ fix the situation, adding, "Be very careful on what you say," seeming to allude to the false allegations. AJ, confused or playing dumb, continued to question Inquisitor and suddenly dropped a shocking statement. "I just missed you. I missed talking to you." But why would AJ, who was supposedly made uncomfortable by Inquisitor's previous messages, suddenly send messages about missing him and joking about wanting to date?
Because it was all a setup from the beginning. The whole thing was a setup from the very beginning. That's all it was. You had the 20-year-old male putting his girlfriend or whatever she was to him in position to do what? Set this man up. So they sent all types of weird texts and messaging trying to lure him into a situation where he can be confused as a chomo. But everything that they approached him with, he shut down continuously. She said, "Would you date me?" And her joke, he say no. And I prefer you just leave me alone. Consistently, that's what happened. Consistently.
Well, there's a story there too. AJ allegedly told her boyfriend, Tito, she was uncomfortable with the comments Inquisitor made while she was his editor. But it seems the comments from March weren't enough to justify the couple calling out Inquisitor online. Tito wanted AJ to get more compelling proof. It's not life or death crisis. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to keep flirting with him and see where it goes. If he starts to get intimate, then I will expose him. We just need better and more proof. From their conversation, it's clear AJ thought the screenshots she already had from March were enough, but Tito didn't agree. And his main goal was clear: get Inquisitor canceled. Baby, we need a reason for him to get canceled. Flirting is one thing, intimate texting is another.
And that goes back into the video that I had on here earlier, and that was the same exact thing that was said then. It's a consistency where they would.
So that's what she tried to do. Even later, exposing that she did lie to Inquisitor when she messaged him again, in an attempt to convince him that she was over 18.
And that, I'm sorry, let me go back just a little bit. Now this is her, AJ, where it says her boyfriend said she should get more evidence since the one that she had right now isn't enough. And since Inquisitor had minor DNI on his bio, which means do not inbox, I said I am not a minor, even though I am. So she was already saying that it was a setup. She was already saying it's a setup. It was already admitted to be a setup. But the question is, like, my honest question is why? What is the reasoning behind it? What would make you want to do such a thing to a person?
Inquisitor when she messaged him again, in an attempt to convince him that she was over 18. Another DM also leaked, showing AJ plotting to flirt with Inquisitor. Then, someone else joined in to fuel the fire against Inquisitor, spreading these revelations like wildfire in early October, after the influencer A.E. Keegs, also known as Keegan's Mask, exposed the private DMs to her audience.
Keegan's Mask began sharing these messages out of context in a desperate attempt to paint Inquisitor as a predator. The thing she left out, however, is that these were just enthusiastic responses to him finding that she had created so many edits for him in such a brief amount of time.
Watching earlier.
TikToker Bravo07, who is a part of the community
with
over 300K
I appreciate you for being
followers,
here. Up and smoke.
also
make sure
seemed to stir the pot.
If y'all tuning in, make sure you follow him as well. Subscribe to the channel.
About this cosplayer, this content creator that always gave me the ick. He always seemed over the top, so full of himself. He followed me around 3 weeks ago. I wasn't alive, and he kept complimenting me.
I'm gonna give you a catch up on. This is a guy named Inquisitor 3. He was big on I guess everything I've seen on him. They said that he was big on TikTok. He had like 100,000 followers on TikTok, but it was two individuals, a male 20 years old and a female, and then somehow another underage girl got involved. But it was them trying to convince him to talk to her and flirt with her, so they could tell everyone that he was a chomo. But every time that they tried to contact him or message him, in fact, I go back just a little bit for those who just came in. This right here.
OMG, I feel so f***ing bad right now. The plot thickened when Inquisitor shared his own evidence.
This is her. These are her messages
from mid-September from a user named Tequila, who later admitted was AJ with a different display name.
See, AJ was the female who pretended to be underage to get a hold on him. Oh yeah, bro. Cuz watch this. But this right here, this is where the plot thickens. Cause this is one of the. I have a few stories that I want you to go over and I want you to do, but you know, it's gonna once. I'm gonna give you the insight in a minute.
Just take a look at what AJ just sent me. First, she faked to be some type of fan, and now she claims she didn't do shit. The messages from Tequila read, OMG, hi, I love you, date me, joke. I'm not a minor. To which Inquisitor shut down immediately with, I'm not interested, I'm sorry. Tequila instead insisted they be friends, but Inquisitor stood firm. Not a fan on the way you acted, TBH. If you can please stop texting me, you'd be very kind. After nearly 9 hours of silence, Tequila messaged Inquisitor again, revealing she is AJ. I never exposed you, I just want to talk with you again. Inquisitor had enough and confronted AJ about spreading false rumors about him. AJ denied it, but Inquisitor said, so who's this? Paired with a screenshot of AJ saying, you do know that he is a pedophile, right? I got a lot of
Yeah, not only did he took his own life because
proof.
This shit got so big to where, you know, once they started saying that about him, it didn't matter if they had solid proof or not. The moment they opened their mouth and started putting that title on him, everybody started going against him. Like everything that I've gathered about him has been him spit. Every morning he get up or he'll go on TikTok and he say positive things. Everybody who followed him said the same. It was the same reply. That he was just a positive person, a great person, and for people to genuinely have so much malice in their heart to do something like that it's wild.
Right? Well, not without a fight. I never said that. Diana is on my account. I forgot to change my password, AJ argued. Unconvinced, Inquisitor responded, "Bro, get a life." AJ continued to defend herself, but Inquisitor demanded AJ fix the situation, adding, "Be very careful on what you say," seeming to allude to the false allegations. AJ, confused or playing dumb, continued to question Inquisitor and suddenly dropped a shocking statement. "I just missed you. I missed talking to you."
And why would you, like, again, AJ is pretending to be, the whole point is her being an underage girl. You know, now he's in Italy. In the beginning of the video, they explained that the AOC, or the age of consent in Italy, is 14. She's supposed to be like 16 or whatever the age is, but they're trying to set him up to be a chomo. And that's just what it is. They're trying to make him a chomo. So they're doing all these things, but they're saying that he tried to come on to her, and he's blatantly said, "I don't want anything to do with you, nothing at all." And her replies were, "I just missed you. I miss talking to you."
But why would AJ, who was supposedly made uncomfortable by Inquisitor's previous messages, suddenly send messages about missing him and joking about wanting to date?
That's right.
Well, there's a story there too. AJ allegedly told her boyfriend, Tito, she was uncomfortable with the comments Inquisitor made while she was his editor. But it seems the comments from March weren't enough to justify the couple calling out Inquisitor online. Tito wanted AJ to get more compelling proof. "It's not life or death crisis. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to keep flirting with him and see where it goes. If he starts to get intimate, then I will expose him.
You see what I'm saying? She's saying, well, what the fuck are we gonna do? Because he's not flirting with me. He's not taking the bait of being a chomo. He's not. That's not who he is. And he's like, well, it's not life or death. It's not life or death crisis. And here's what I want you to do. Keep flirting with him and see where it goes. If he starts to talk sexual, that's what's blocked out, then I'll expose him. We just need better and more proof.
From their conversation, it's clear AJ thought the screenshots she already had from March were enough, but Tito didn't agree. And his main goal was clear: get Inquisitor canceled. Baby, we need a reason for him to get canceled. Flirting is one thing, intimate texting is another. So that's what she tried to do, even later exposing that she did lie to Inquisitor when she messaged him again, in an attempt to convince him that she was over 18. Another DM also leaked, showing AJ plotting to flirt with Inquisitor. Then, someone else joined in to fuel the fire against Inquisitor, spreading these revelations like wildfire in early October, after the influencer A.E. Keegs, also known as Keegan's Mask, exposed the private DMs to her audience.
Keegan's Mask began sharing these messages out of context in a desperate attempt to paint Inquisitor as a predator. The thing she left out, however, is that these were just enthusiastic responses to him finding that she had created so many edits for him in such a brief amount of time.
TikToker Bravo07, who is a part of the community with over 300k followers, also seemed to stir the pot.
And now I'm going to talk about Inquisitor Ghost. I've seen a lot of proof about this.
Hey, see what I'm saying? How no matter what, if a person puts it on their mind that they want to get rid of you, only thing he did was pay his editor and said, "Thank you. Oh, I love you. You're great. You're amazing." Nothing sexual, nothing like it actually meant, I love you. Come here. You're my wife. We're going to go run away together and have kids. It's not what he was saying. But for some reason, it got twisted into people thinking that's what it was. And individuals who had high follower counts kept pushing the narratives. And if you have people whose accounts accumulate about 1 million, you have a lot of people who's getting this information. They're spreading it, and then they're spreading it, and then they're spreading it, and it continues to go on and go on and go on in a cycle, man. It's craziness.
Cosplayer, this content creator that always gave me the ick. He always seemed over the top. So full of himself. He followed me around 3 weeks ago. I wasn't alive, and he kept complimenting me like, you're the best, you're great, and everything. So I followed him back because this friend of mine spoke to me about him a week prior, and I know a lot of tea about him already.
And that's key because this is what he's saying. He kept complimenting me.
And he kept complimenting me like, you're the best.
You're the best.
You're great, and
You're great in everything.
So I followed him back because this friend of mine spoke to me about him a week prior, and I know a lot of tea about him already.
In fact, before Inquisitor's live stream, Bravo07 was seen posting videos like this. Inquisitor is back. My honest reaction because I know Keegan and I are doing to bring him down again. Dance.
You see what I'm saying? My honest reaction because I know Keegan and I are going to bring him down again. Like their whole motive is to take him down for being nice.
So you're a creator.
Like think about that. I'm on live. I gotta pause that so I don't get any strikes.
Despite the
but they're genuinely angry at him for being nice. That's wild.
Messages
bro.
between Inquisitor and AJ never escalating to anything intimate, cutting contact with AJ months prior and adding MDNI, minors do not interact, in his social media bio, the community was still divided. Some people put the responsibility on Inquisitor. There are minors out there willing to lie and manipulate grown adults. It's the adult's job to ask for ID and have common sense. I don't know why everyone's mourning over a pedophile, while others didn't excuse AJ and Tito's behavior. The girl said that she was over 18. People really need to stop pretending that being a minor exempts you from any and all accountability. So a couple kids just murdered someone and they aren't getting charged?
And that's what I'm saying. Like there are mixed reviews. There are people who think, "Oh man, they did nothing wrong," because those are the type of toxic people who would do things like that. Those are the individuals who already have it in their mind to be those kind of people. They don't want to be. They don't want to be part of humanity, part of society. They want to be part of a problem because that's what they're happy and comfortable with. Then you have the other side of people who see what's happening, which you have people who these are teenagers, adults, whatever you want to call them, and they're not, and they should be charged. Exactly what you said. They should be charged with his death. Everyone who was plotting and putting things together and in motion for him to be canceled or whatever they wanted him to go through, he went through it in the worst way.
They were plotting this since March. This is premeditated manslaughter. One
Right.
person allegedly messaged Tito, warning him AJ could be in legal trouble. He acknowledged that, but informed the user he broke up with her. The saga took another twist as
Wow.
Keegan's mask faced backlash, prompting her to delete the controversial video that fanned the flames of this he said, she said incident. Unfortunately, the damage had already been done. Inquisitor ended his life. And some of the responses were unwarranted. According to those who watched the incident unfold, Keegan's mask allegedly made fun of Inquisitor's deceased body. Bravo07 allegedly posted this video sometime after Inquisitor's livestream ended with text on screen that read, "Inquisitor dipping before the allegations because he knew the was about to down." Keegan and I, Batman, saving Gotham, the COD community from the Joker. P.S. Bravo also.
You know what's really crazy about that? I'm gonna tell you what's funny. I know you guys. I'm in the comment section. I want you to just answer this. Do you think Batman was the good guy, or do you think the Joker was the good guy? Because my honest opinion, let's be real. The Joker went through hell his whole life, and when he flipped out because he went through. He really, 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 really went fucking nuts. Because of everything he went through, the bullying, the torturing. Batman was a privileged brat who owned every fucking thing, even the penitentiary and the psych ward. The asylum, Arkham Asylum. Batman used to lock Joker up. Joker break out. They never fix anything. They never fixed the to where they can be to where he can't escape. All the money he has, he never made it to where No one can escape from Arkham. And then the Joker escapes, does more damage, hurt more people, and then Batman gets paid again because he owns Arkham. So then he kicks his ass, send him back. And it's a repeated cycle of other people getting hurt just so Batman could put more money in his pocket and boost his ego by beating Joker's ass over and over again.
Also posted this video, making judgments about Inquisitor's reaction to the backlash.
And I firmly believe this person needs to be locked up in a psych ward. Whether he's actually or not, what he did on the live stream, it makes him mentally unstable. He needs to be locked up somewhere. He's a
How can he be locked up if he's dead? Like, what are you asking of that?
danger to himself and many other people.
It's possible they thought the live stream was fake, as Inquisitor was never clearly shown in the frame. But the responses still came as a shock to the community. And amidst the turmoil came the responses from those involved. Keegan's mask defended her actions. All I did was call Inquisitor out for acting like a pred. Look at my TikToks. Nowhere did I state anything other than the fact it was weird he was speaking to and about minors. What AJ did was wrong, but that does not justify his actions. I posted it for others to become aware and used him as an example. Nowhere did I state I wanted him to be injured. In a separate...
You don't have to. Like, you really don't have to. I don't know if where people are missing out on common sense. But just because you do not verbally say that you want these things to happen, if you put every factor in place for it to take place, for it to happen, it's going to happen. If you go to the drugstore, if you go to the dope man and you buy 7 grams of powder, and you take that 7 grams of powder and you go over your homeboy house who snort powder, and you leave 7 grams of powder on your homeboy table, and you just burn the fuck out, say I'm gonna be gone for about 2 weeks, and you dip, what do you expect to happen with that coke when you gone? That shit finna be gone the moment you pull out the driveway. You gonna snort your shit up. You don't have to tell them to do it. You just gave it to him on a silver fucking platter. Everything you did made that man go through so much turmoil because you see one side of it. You see everything you're doing. You see everything that your Cody's are doing. Cody's are co-defendants. You see everything that they're doing, but you don't see what that man is going through. You don't see the messages that he's getting on a daily basis, whether it be from TikTok or Facebook or whatever social medias he uses. You don't know about the phone calls he gets. You don't know about the actual text messages that he gets. You don't know what that man was dealing with.
For a message, she wrote, "At no point did I wish harm against Inquisitor, and it hurts me to hear the news of his passing." Adding she didn't feel responsible for the threats, doxing, and false allegations that
Doxing is when you give someone's address out. So if you get another address and phone number out, you just dox them because you made it to where anyone in the world can find them or contact them.
resulted from her videos. I acted on what I was to believe was factual information from someone I trusted and was used. Continuing, she noted that she removed all posts about the situation from her page. I wanted to use my platform for good, to expose allegations to find a deeper truth. I never wanted it to escalate.
But that's the problem. How do you honestly say that you wanted to seek deeper truths and expose the allegations, and you made no effort to actually contacting the person that the allegations were about? You went online and started spewing hatred about that person instead of sitting down and talking to that person about that person. Like, how do you get the information from everyone else? You say, "Oh yeah, I trust this person." That's not journalism. Or that's not how you're supposed to handle any situation. If you're telling me that a person tells you something about me, why the fuck would I just take your word for it? You could be pissed the fuck off at that person and want me to do something to them because you don't want to, or you're afraid to, or you can't. You get what I'm saying? You don't take anybody's word for it. You approach the situation, "Hey man, I'm hearing that wooty wow. It's either gonna be a gay or a nay. but you don't go make allegations, or especially like these. Like, you're putting a jacket on that man to be a chomo, someone who likes kids. That's dangerous.
The way it has. Bravo also posted a statement to his profile. Inquisitor disappeared a week before the drama started, and I could not contact him. If he had an active account, I would have gladly asked for his side of the story. However, I am not the one to blame for this. I was blinded by what I've been told, still by said girls, and tried to make excuses. I take accountability for what I've said, and I can agree that my following could have done more harm, but I'm asking you not to say it was my fault he passed, because it wasn't. I feel horrible about everything. May he rest in peace. Revelations and apologies also came from AJ and Tito themselves, but not before Tito shifted the blame to viewers, alleging AJ tried to end her life due to the backlash. Then came Tito's video.
Okay, so I'm here to talk about my side of the story with the Inquisitor situation.
He started by saying that he and AJ were talking about the situation back in March, but it stopped shortly after. That is, until recently.
She found his account again on TikTok, and she was telling me about it.
Hey! And you know, like, what gets me is,
wanted to expose him.
they're all emulating or the cosplaying Call of Duty characters. No, not one of these motherfuckers were emulating someone with morals. The only person who actually had morals and values was Inquisitor.
He then shared the screenshot of his conversation with AJ and emphasized that he wasn't wanting to ruin Inquisitor's life.
All I'm saying right here is that I want more proof to convince myself that he is a...
But his video took a turn when he pointed the finger at his girlfriend's actions.
I did not tell her to lie.
Yes, you did.
I did not tell her to crop screenshots.
You did.
I did not tell her to edit things.
You did.
I am being completely honest with you.
You're not.
I really don't know why my girlfriend would want to expose him.
And to be
with only...
To be one of those guys to where you just convinced this female to do all this weird ass shit. This man dies, the first thing you do is throw her under the bus. Oh, I don't know why she did it, even though it's proof that it says that I told her to do it. But even though I told her to do it, that don't mean she would have did it, because girls don't listen. Man, shut the fuck up, bro. You're a horrible person,
and
bro.
I know what she did was wrong. She apologizes.
And the fucking name, bro, Tito acting badly. Come on, man.
He went on to explain that he watched parts of Inquisitor's live stream and that since it was posted, he and AJ were getting a lot of hate. He even revealed AJ stopped eating due to the massive personal messages the both of them had been getting.
She is getting nonstop DMs telling her she should end it, and I am getting DMs as well telling her she should rot in hell, and I really just am asking you guys to stop.
Tito ended his video saying,
"But I really just want the COD community to get better. Really, we didn't mean for any of this to happen. So, there's my apology. I'm sorry. Nobody deserves to die."
Tito also posted a text apology.
Man, I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. I'm so sorry that I've taken part of this. It's supposed to be taking part in this. I never wanted to take it this far. Yes, you did. I would be sorry for what my ex has done. No, you did it. I didn't know about it. Yes, you did.
Apology, claiming he would never forgive himself. But was that enough for the community? Were they ready to forgive and forget? Judging by the comments on our please just stop sending unaliving threats. A person passed away. Please do better, COD community. I will do better myself. Rest in peace, Vincent. An apology that, according to this TikToker, was not accepted.
This apology is bullshit. If you think that's true, sincere, they took the comments off so nobody can comment, of course. Just because they don't want to get any and have something happen to them, even though they didn't care when it happened to someone else. And they were the freaking cause of it, okay, mad weird.
Since the final uploads in reference to this situation, all
Like, look at this shit, bro. This mother got almost 1 million followers, and with his fan base, he chose to target someone with lies, ignorance.
He just wanted to spread kindness and positivity.
Deacon's mask, I hope you feel guilty for what you have done. You take sides without knowing what actually happened. And he also had an MDNI, minors do not interact, in his bio, so AJ overstepped his boundaries. Inquisitor's supportive community has rallied together in a change.org petition in hopes of honoring him.
I didn't want to see him go like that. He just wanted to spread kindness and positivity.
I heard his story, and I don't think that anything that happened to him, he deserved.
Not at all.
In remembrance of a life tragically cut short, his supporters have initiated a change.org petition to fulfill his dream of being immortalized as a Call of Duty skin, keeping his spirit alive in the game he loved. The petition states, calling on Activision and the creators behind Call of Duty to honor Inquisitor's memory by creating a skin based on him. A tribute many stood behind.
I cried a little bit, honestly. I saw the live.
That's just crazy.
I just think his
man.
memory should be kept alive, and this would really help with that.
I'll buy it. If they had Inquisitor skin in Call of Duty, I'll get it.
Let's all sign this petition, and may God bless the Inquisitor in heaven.
The petition has nearly reached its goal of 50,000 signatures. Many people shared their feelings under the petition. People started a witch hunt with absolutely zero valid proof of the allegations against him. He did this over a lie. He didn't deserve this. It took losing an entire life for most people to realize.
It took losing. I don't know why they have losing. It should be losing.
Actions have consequences. People are fragile. Not everyone can handle the pressure of such immense allegations. May he be at peace. As well as aggression towards those who allegedly are to blame. He passed because of cyberbullying. You, Tito. You, Keegs. You do not deserve to be in the community anymore. Go f***ing rot. On the other hand,
True.
Numerous fan accounts have been made to pay tribute to the cosplayer, including one reposting a number of his videos to honor him. An Inquisitor's Instagram account is now managed by his father, who shares fan tributes for his son. His father also linked an official GoFundMe to help alleviate some of the strain and help the family bring those responsible to justice so they can answer for their heinous actions. And if it truly was the allegations of predatory behavior that led Inquisitor to end his life, it just goes to show how dangerous words truly can be.
It's time as a community and as TikTok, we did better and we do better.
Yeah.
This has got to be it. Like, everybody needs to learn from this. We lost one life far too soon, and soon there'll be more added to that if people do not start treating each other better.
Cyberbullying and false allegations can ruin someone's life. If you find yourself in a similar situation, please seek support from people you trust or reach out to a national lifeline.
Let me pause it just in case anyone need it. You can screenshot it. Send it to someone just in case. Got it?
In serious conditions, seek legal help for ways to clear your name. You do not have to face it alone. As the unfortunate incident comes to an end, one thing remains clear. In the world of cosplay and social media fame, not all is as it seems.
Appreciate you guys for tuning in. This was just a short stream I wanted to use to upload to Opus and get more awareness about what's going about the cyberbullying and toxicity and the negativity that's in the Call of Duty, not just Call of Duty, but within the game and streaming community itself. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Thank you for being here. This is the Crown Triple Podcast. We will be back with more episodes and more podcasts. And I literally mean different variations of podcasts. It's gonna be fun. Appreciate you guys.